Good evening. Tonight I'm going to share with you Mike Hess Brewing Company's Vienna Cream Ale. And I guess this is what the can looks like. It comes in a pint can. This is Grazias. Apparently it's a mashup between Graz, I think the second largest city in Austria, second largest city in Austria, and their favorite Spanish word, gracias. So I wanted to share a little bit about the packaging that makes this interesting to me. I've heard some interesting things about Mike Hess Brewing lately, plus they have these totally cool glass beer cans. But anyway, that's besides the point. So this is what the 6-pack box looks like, but it opens like this. And it has some stuff that they talk about on the inside, and so the 6-pack of cans, pint cans, goes in here. I think that's cool because it's just different than other packaging, and for marketing purposes, I always find that interesting. I also like the information that they have available on their box, and of course I don't think you can see this very well. I apologize for the glare. Anyway, it tells you malt versus hops level, and so this is oops, where is it? There we go. This is a 2 on that scale, and then light versus dark beer, and on that scale it's a 4. It also says that it's 6.3% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs, and 14 Plato, which, I think having that information available is just a good plan. The other thing I think is super cool about this is the can, and I'll show you what it says on the box first. So it's like a pull tab can. It pulls off the whole top, which apparently lets out the aroma. What they call it, 360 and pulls off. And so we're gonna try this. Hopefully I don't make a big mess while I do it. So here's what the actual can looks like. It has this pull tab on top, kind of like a lot of soup cans do these days, but I imagine it's not going to be sharp. Looks like it's recyclable. Quite honestly, it makes me a little nervous because, I don't know, because it does. So we'll see how this works. I think it's kind of a cool idea. Okay, so it's much smaller piece than I had expected, and so it leaves an interesting lip, which I think is also going to be weird. But anyway, can you see that? Oops, this way. Okay, it leaves this lip thing in the can, which I think is a little interesting. So it's actually a pretty big divot, anyway, so we'll see. Maybe this is an amazing way to drink beer. So then, for the sake of seeing what it looks like, I'm gonna put some into this thing. So we'll see that that it does pour a little heady, which is great. So it says 360 and pulls off for flavor and convenience, no glass needed. Kind of cool idea, because a lot of times you're taking these canned beers to the pool, to the, I don't know, hiking, and then you can hike them out because they're all squished up, whatever. And so that's kind of a neat idea. So aroma-wise, it's very lager smelling. Kind of an earthy hops going on, and I forgot to open the BJCP style guideline to see if I could find Vienna Cream Ale on here. And it smells very lagery to me. Interesting, Vienna. I thought that Vienna Cream Ale was a style, but I'm not seeing it here. Vienna Lager is a style. So anyway, maybe that's what Vienna Cream Ale really means. So anyway, so let's take a peek at this. Okay. Aroma-wise, definitely smells like a lager. It has some nice malt to it. Kind of an earthy, bitter, aroma. Look-wise, it's a nice multi brown color, like a light brown, and it looks pretty bubbly. It did pour with a head. Very smooth. So, very drinkable. I mean, it was a very small pour I gave myself in this tiny glass, but I drank it down pretty fast. It does have a lot of lacing it left behind from this drink, so that's kind of nice. At 6.3%, I think, that's to be expected. I'm looking at the Vienna Lager BJCP style guideline, and it suggests that IBUs are 18 to 30, and that alcohol content is 4.7 to 5.5, and so this is high for alcohol. And on the very end of the IBU scale, appearance-wise, it's very similar. It says light reddish amber to a copper color, and I was seeing, it looked brown to me. It looked like a light brown ale to me, and like a watery brown ale, I guess. And so I think stylistically that this is probably a similar, like a take on this style of beer. So anyway, just as an aside, I suppose. So now I'm babbling, and this is going to be a long video. All right, so this is really very creamy, which is interesting. Like, it has this nice, like, fatty mouthfeel. You know how sometimes if you eat whipped cream or something with a lot of butter, it kind of coats your mouth? I feel that, like, on the roof of my mouth. And it's super mellow. Like, it's very balanced, and creamy. It's almost nutty, which is interesting. Kind of roasty. I mean, it's got this nice kind of malt complexity to it, but like a gentle malt complexity, which is very interesting. I feel like this is a pretty good beer. I mean, it's probably more lagery than my particular preference allows for, but they have a bunch of beers, and so I'm probably inclined to try more of them. This little pull top thing is very interesting to me, and like I said, I saw the marketing, and I thought it was, the box, the packaging, and the pull top can, to me is very interesting, and I like new and interesting things. So that's, I don't know, that's cool. And I like the glasses that they have at the bar, which I've actually never seen in person. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is actually, this is a good, oh, hey, look, if I would have read the description on the can, a twist on the old world classic Vienna Lager. Our signature beer is smooth, malty, and perfectly balanced with noble hops. It's creamy, smooth texture, and the malt contributes chocolate, vanilla, and slightly toasted flavors that play off the German hops for a sublime flavor and surprisingly dark color. So, person who wrote that marketing copy, spot on. Good. This is a good beer. I think that I'll be trying some more Mike Hess Brewing beers in the future. I love that it comes in pint cans. That's always great. So there you have it. Share with me if you've encountered other Mike Hess cans and what you think about them, and if you've had the Creme Vienna Lager and what you think about it. I think it's good, and if you're a lager liker, I think that you'll enjoy this a lot. This is a beer out of San Diego, so I'm seeing it up here in Northern California. I found it at Bevmo. I haven't seen it in other locations yet, like local stores or whatever. But if you come across it, definitely check it out. There you go. Cool. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.